believe his name is. My commentary. Yeah. Excuse me. It's pretty late. Bless me, bless me. I'm gonna turn off this fan, but since I'm up tonight, I've been getting a rash of new videos, and it's just like right up my alley with these videos. So, who's ever out on the YouTube streets, let's just get on and watch these things that you need to see. That didn't make too much sense, but it will in a moment, okay? So without further ado, no, I'm just playing with y'all. It's pretty late. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna see MK Ultra victim Garth Brooks is not who you think, okay? With Matt Cox. Okay. Now I've done some videos and I had some snippets with, you know, things that I saw that were MK Ultra also, you know, things that I saw. And I mean, it's so ironic because I have that movie, The Manchurian Candidate, and I've studied it closely with Denzel Washington. And it's just like they're not hiding it anymore because they're flexing their power. They have done most of the things that they wanted and needed to do. They have done all the exploration and all of the torture and all of the experiments. You know, they've done it already, you know, on different various types of people. How could you say it? In different societies, communities, I mean, more should I say, um, different income levels, willing participants, non-willing participants. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. My brain can't even think right now because it's late in the morning. So I'm gonna let the video do its talking and its work for you all. All right. So come on. Ta-ta now.
That's great. I'm also constantly trying to do more and
I'll
more,
be coming in
which is stupid because I'm always like, God, I'm so
here and
busy.
there
I need to,
and
when things calm
fast
down, I want to
forwarding
work out
and
more.
you know,
And
let me turn it back
just
up.
like, it's
Why did I
never
do that?
gonna calm. It's
Here
never
we
going
go.
to
It's late. Let me turn it down a
settle
bit.
down. She's like, you keep throwing
Y'all
on
ain't
more and
missing
more
nothing.
stuff
Here
to
we go.
do, and I do. I do. And I really need to stop. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever feel like that? Like you're just constantly taking on more and more.
Sometimes,
I got
for
10
sure.
projects right
I'm
now.
gonna fast forward
Yeah.
a little
I'll be
bit.
lucky if 2 of them
Yeah, no doubt.
They
maybe
talk about how they
is
feel on
being what?
Ozempic and
And it's
stuff.
old will be like 5 years old.
It's so easy to become a
Hold
podcaster
on,
with
y'all.
Riverside.
Let's get through this
First, go to
commercial.
Riverside and open an
And then they
account.
threw a wrench in my video. That's all right. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. Okay. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. God bless everybody. Now here we go.
General.
You're not far away.
It's
Well,
gonna
if
get
you can get to his
interesting.
level.
I'm saying in general, what if, what if something happens? What if I have a stroke? What if it'd be great to have multiple channels with other hosts that can kind of take over that whole thing, and I could retire. Not that I want to retire, because I feel like the moment you retire,
They still
you're just headed straight for the grave. Like the longer you can work, the better off you are.
Yeah.
catching up on
Ever.
let me
I
fast
got to go
forward,
in and
you
talk
guys.
to these guys. It was like to work out cool.
They have a
Living in a
man's
rooming
talk.
house,
Hold
working at
on.
McDonald's 2 years. It didn't work yet.
Floor of grease instead of sweat.
Okay. They're gonna get into it.
But
They talking about their life story, you guys. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
From you
goes
Let me fast forward through this. Okay.
11 years, 12 years. These people just
I think it's about
I don't know if
two.
daughter or
Okay,
daughter
here we go.
has
Here we
been-
go.
across.
Sorry, y'all. They was talking so much, right? Like little ladies. All right, come on. Come on, fellas. Uh-oh.
Actually, did you order this on off of the television?
No.
Was this on the Mark Levin show? You got this? Did you have like a sale or something? What are you doing?
I'm still
took you
trying
that long to send a text?
It did because I kept typing in Steve.
Oh my God, he really is 57.
All right. So what happened was I was on Instagram one morning. I'm going.
Yeah.
And I see this watch and I thought, I
Oh
like
no,
that.
he's talking about
And
his
it
Trump
was
watch. He paid
$499.
$200 or some dollars
And I went
for it,
I
and
spent $400,
well,
$500 on
y'all
watch
can
and
listen.
just kept going. Oh, and then I saw it was a Trump watch. I was like, this is funny because he does his little thing. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm being quiet in bed. My wife's sleeping. I keep going. And then later on that day, I see it again. And I'm like, I'm not spending $500 on a fucking
They
watch.
retargeted your ass.
And then they hit me up with a sale, $249, and I went, $249. And I said,
$250, baby.
I'm buying. I gotta have it for $259. So I buy it, and as I'm hitting the button to buy it, I thought to myself, this fucking guy probably had this thing made for $12.50, and then tariffed me for another from China, and then hit me for another $6 or $8 for the tariff. He's probably got less than $20 into this watch. And I'm just gonna. And
I believe that's probably not too far fetched because Trump, he brought in the tariffs. I made some videos on that too, and that is just so ironic and funny how he said that, and he was thinking about that after he purchased that item from Trump.
Now he just got me for
off the website.
Look at these guys.
Look at the one guy on the right.
Look at the Mexican dude on the right. Whoa. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy screams Sicario, right?
Oh, yeah. That guy has killed some people. That guy has trafficked some human beings across the southern border, for sure. That dude second to the left, though, he looks interesting. I wonder what that guy did. That Indian-looking dude, the bald guy?
Him.
Second to oh yeah. I feel like that's he screams fraud to me.
Yeah, white collar crime.
Yeah. One of the guys, I don't know if it's on the left or the right for me. One of them had apparently his stepdaughter or daughter had been supposedly attacked or, let's say assaulted.
Okay.
And he hunted the guy down and supposedly beat him to death or killed him or something, and he ended up getting like 25 years or something.
Wow.
30
I
years.
remember that.
And he's done like 20 or something. I forget exactly what this story. I was just like, okay.
For getting revenge for someone who fucking beat up his daughter.
Well, I think it was more than that. But yeah, I think it was more than beat up. So that was kind of the story.
Sexually molested or something.
Who knows what the story, the story you tell the other inmates and what really happened.
Exactly.
Could have been a drug debt for all you really know, but I don't know.
Yeah, they could have just.
Well, he went in a rage, all right. He went crazy.
I have to look it up. Another
Chased
guy.
The guy down. Yeah.
One of the guys I looked up. What had he done? He basically been in and out of prison over and over again, and he killed like a police dog. Like the cops were chasing him, and they stuck the dog, or they let the dog go on him, and I think he shot the dog and killed the dog, and they didn't find that cute at all.
Oh, they gave him time for killing the dog?
Absolutely.
Really?
Police dog?
Yeah. Fun fact. Back in my day, it was this white dude, right? And I'm not gonna say his name, but he used to push a lot of weight in my neighborhood, right? And he used to hang with the black people. We all hung around each other, right? But they were factors, like I said, he was pushing weight. He was selling keys, right? So he was always in and out of the penitentiary, right? And his name, he was white, right? And he had a pit bull, you guys. His temper, this white dude's temper used to, because he was in the hood with us. So, we didn't, and his best friend was black, all right? So he just hanged around a whole bunch of YNs back in the day, right? So think about like 25 years back. Man, he had a pit bull. I think he beat up his dog or something like that, and they sent him to the penitentiary for 3 years. 3 years in a pen for beating this pit bull, y'all. And then, fun fact, before we get on to it, my friend had another pet bull, right? This was a whole different family, black people, right? And the pit bulls, he had 2 little spotted brown salt pepper ugly little pit bulls, right? And they was rough, and they used to have chains on their neck, and they used to jump off the roof. Like, I don't know how they got on the roof, but they would be on a roof and they would jump off, right? And he used to throw flares and firecrackers, and they would catch them in the mouth. The pet bulls would, and they would jump off the roof. Yeah, crazy. Hood stuff. Let's continue. I'm just thinking childhood, right?
They treat it just like a human. Yeah, a lot. They'll try and do that. A lot of times they'll charge you like you a police officer, but the courts have ended up saying, well, you can't do that, but you'll still get a chunk of time.
Whoa.
For a police dog. And he obviously got
for any dog. Trust me.
I've never understood that because a dog, like a regular police
Any
officer,
dog.
doesn't go around biting people. So
right,
he shouldn't be
If a
fair.
police dog's attacking you and you like pull out your fucking knife, stab it a couple times, like
I still don't like
You're
the
gonna
idea of
get
killing dogs,
penitentiary
but yeah.
You can
time
at least,
for
I agree.
any
I don't like the idea of killing a
any
dog
type of
either,
abuse to a
but
dog.
if you're being assaulted by a human being cop, at least you could submit, and they'll, in theory, stop.
Right.
Stop trying to kill you.
A dog doesn't necessarily gonna do
The
that.
dog's not going to do that, right?
No, remember the one NFL, was it the NFL player that went to jail for fighting his dogs? See, that's some hood stuff, but the authorities don't think of it like that.
You can't say, okay, I give up.
Yeah, he's probably still gonna bite
Yeah,
you.
he's still going to bite the shit out of you.
It's
Summer is
animal
officially
cruelty,
here,
yes.
which means everyone thinks they're a grill master now. Burgers and steaks are easy.
Let
The
me
second you
fast
try
forward
to
this. Thank
let's
you.
heat
Sorry.
and our help them fit.
And it really upsets my guests. Because
Does it
my
really?
guests will be like, is that an oyster perpetual?
I thought it was a Rolex.
right.
at
Everybody
first.
says that, and then I'll go, no, it's
I had
here,
an
it's
oyster,
Trumpet. And they'll look at it
Rolex.
and
raking in so much.
I pawned it for like
Trump
$750
is raking in
back in the
so
day.
much cash. This
Stupid,
administration. You see that thing?
young,
they just found that he
dumb.
made 1.6 billion.
I
on his
had got it
crypto
off the
shit.
streets when I was in my bad evil days, when I used to sell dope and I was a dope dealer and stuff like that. This dude, he was a jock. I was going to this college, LMC College, and this was like heck a long ago, like man, decades ago, right? And he was on crystal meth real bad. And he used to bring all the tools and pipes and all that. He had a whole little kit that he used to keep on him. It was a black dude. He was a jock, a football player. And one day I did not know it was his mom's Rolex though. But he pawned that for a bump for like $25 in the crystal meth. And yes, I got that because I knew it was real. Okay. So this is, you come up on items like this when you're in the hood and you're doing bad, and you're on the other side of the law. You come across all type of stuff. And long story short, he had stole that oyster Rolex ladies watch from his mother, you all. And then he came back, like, I think, was it the next day or like within 3 days he came back, and I was like, I ain't got it, but I had it. But I was like, like I'd be a fool to get that back, right? Oh my goodness. So yes, terrible, tragic story.
Since he's been in office. Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Off a meme coin, off his meme coin. And I think it was like the New York Times article said there was like 50 something people who made $10 million plus off of it. But almost 1 million people who lost money,
I'm sure,
on it. And he made 1.6 billion. And it was explaining how both of his kids, Trump and Trump Jr., made in crypto first year back.
Y'all hear that?
Great year.
It's
Trump,
funny because
first year
he made
crypto
his total,
1
I
billion
believe the year before this,
back
he
in the
made,
office.
or his last year in office, he made like 600 million or something like this. And this is 1.6 billion
100 million.
off this crypto thing.
Wow.
And apparently what
And
he did
then
was right before he
another
launched it,
billion?
he made a deal with the UAE where he gave them an opportunity to buy in for like 49% of it for like a ton of fucking money right before. So, I mean, he's just milking this cow for all it's worth. And his two kids, Trump, Don Jr. and Eric Trump,
Yeah.
Find out what the story was with them. There was a big thing where they were doing something in Southeast Asia, some sort of mining. They were involved in some crazy mining operations that they bought into in Southeast Asia, where they're just raking. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that makes the Hunter Biden Burisma shit in the Ukraine look like fucking child's play. You know?
All the elites,
It's
all
it's
the
fucking crazy how much money these guys are
powers
raking
that
right
be,
now.
all they doing is graping,
America.
the poor,
Yeah.
the indigenous,
Watches,
the working class.
mining, fucking meme
Why they
coins,
just get
you
richer.
name it.
Yeah, it'll all come out.
Stepping on it, stepping on it, stepping on you.
It'll all come out.
It'll all come out at some point. At
It will.
some point, I think most of the stuff that you do, kind of people figure
Trump
out.
cut $1 billion mining deal. His sons stand to profit. Okay, the agreement is between the U.S. and Kazakhstan has given a group of American investors with ties to the president and Commerce Secretary. Oh yeah, Howard Lutnick is in on this too. Access to one of the world's largest untapped reserves of tungsten.
Look at the land.
When the Commerce fucking Howard Lutnick, the fact that this guy
Everybody
still
want
has
an
a fucking
island,
job
right?
is just a disgrace after all the Epstein shit that came out with him. Like this guy is like fucking scum of the
Everybody
earth,
want an
and he's
island.
still the
Everybody.
Commerce Secretary. Howard Lutnick met with Kazakhstan's president St. Regis Hotel last September in New York. President Trump jumped in by phone as the men sealed a deal on a top priority for Washington. During the call, Trump and his team won an agreement from the Kazakh leader to give little-known American company access to one of the world's largest untapped reserves of tungsten. That a metal that the U.S. desperately needs for the production of missile warheads, fighter jets, computer chips, and other critical goods. Ahead of the deal, the Trump administration approved preliminary applications for as much as $1.6 billion in federal financing for the American company. Yeah, they're backing up the truck straight to the front doors of the bank. Saying, open the fucking vault.
Sounds like a good deal for America.
You don't just go to the cash register.
We need that stuff.
He's going for the fucking vault.
We need that stuff.
Yeah,
sounds like we need that stuff.
We do need it. Of course we need it.
You know what's funny? I interviewed a guy the other day, and the whole time he was going on and on about MLMs,
multi-level marketing. Yeah,
right. And he was kind of bashing Patrick Bet David, of course.
Value Bet.
Yeah, Patrick Bet David.
Yeah, Patrick.
He's bashing him. He's bashing all these companies, and it was just like, I get it. It seems kind of like it can be sleazy, kind of, but it's legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, and because he kept trying to refer to it as, well, it's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid. I'm like, yeah, but it's not a pyramid scheme because of this. Because of a pyramid scheme is illegal. And what they're doing is not illegal. And so, it's like...
It's basically the same thing, minor tweak.
Yeah, they tweak it.
Minor tweak it to make it legal.
Without a doubt, they're tweaking it. Yeah. They're working the system. The system says,
same concept.
If you do it this way, it's not illegal. Right,
exactly.
So I'll do it that way.
Right.
And then people get upset because they get sucked in, and then they lose money. And it does bother me when you run something, one of these things, and I'm not going to say it's a scam, but when you run an MLM, and then people buy in, and then they don't do well, and then when they blame it on them, well, it's because you're not doing it right, because you suck, because you're a horrible
salesperson. Ain't that a
salesperson.
pyramid scheme?
I don't like that. And
wrapping themselves in victimhood.
Right. It's but I kept going back to, but it's legal. Like he was really pushing, well, it's illegal, it's a scam, and I'm like, but it's not a scam, right? You know what I mean? Like, so I get it. I understand you're unhappy about it. I get it. It's a little sleazy, and it can be.
God bless you. Welcome in.
Manipulated and everything, but it's legal.
Yes.
So it's I have a hard time a lot of times when these people, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. I know, but it's legal. Like I hear you, and you may not think it's unethical, or it may damage your values, but it's legal. Like, don't buy in. Oh, they're ripping people off. I understand.
I mean, there's so many things that are legal that should be illegal, and there's so many things that are illegal that should be fucking legal.
Right.
It's a weird thing. The way the laws change in this country. I mean,
that's the purpose of them having the power.
Everything that's come out. It's this.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Last year and a half.
Power moves things. Power makes things happen.
It's a banana republic.
It's the country. It's running.
It's
there's no perfect country.
It's like
they know America's going down in the dumps.
2017, 2018, we kind of saw the cracks.
They want us like a third world country.
Podcasts were becoming very popularized back then.
When
Trump first came out, we were starting to expose stuff. Lots of stuff was coming out. All kinds of scandals. We were definitely seeing there's fissures here. Now we just have gaping fucking sinkholes in everything. And we see, things like all this Epstein stuff, the whole Iran war debacle, every single politician in Congress doing these fucking shows and, for the cameras and for television, and Howard Lutnick and, crypto meme scams and watches and all this stuff. It's been going on.
Well, they say it's something behind that crypto anyway. They said it's really
Oh, I'm sure it's been going
also
on forever,
for something else.
Completely out.
There's a guise
for everyone, and it's more.
There's hold on. There's a guise behind that. A GUISE. A guise behind that cryptocurrency. Okay. They said it has something to do with the children. So I don't really know.
You're just completely not paying attention at all whatsoever. If you have no access to the internet. that's you have an exception to be ignorant to this stuff, but otherwise,
I'm doing great.
exactly.
I
With your
mean,
Trump watch,
I'm not concerned at all. I think things are doing great.
You think
So.
everything's great in the world?
No.
No.
Well, I don't think everything's
In
great.
your world?
No, I don't think anything's ever been great in the world.
No.
It's always been, we've never had a great time.
The world is
I don't think there ever
crooked
will be. The
and
moment
evil and dark.
any system, you could design the perfect system and then
We
you say,
have to
hey, we're
carry
going to
the
have
light.
humans run it. No, it's got to be there's a problem. It's like people constantly on the show, on my podcast, they constantly complain about, oh, the justice system it's a horrible system. Well, it's not a bad system at all. The problem is the people running the system are horrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? That there's all these, they're making bad mistakes. Anytime you throw humans into a system, there's going to be people are going to manipulate it. They're going to lie. It's always going to be problems.
Man,
there's no system.
good old
There's
man.
no country
huh?
out there you could pick and say, hey, this country is run amazingly. We should copy this. That doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
So,
Yep. It's all about personal power and greed.
Right. Power.
All the people that want to be in power, that want to be in Congress, that want to be president, for that matter.
Right.
Those people are not in it for the right reasons. Those people are in
Right.
it for themselves.
Pride.
no, we
They're-
should,
they're in it
we
for
should have
Leviathan.
we definitely should have term limits.
They're in it
I
for
mean,
the longevity of
I
it.
think if you have
I
term
thought we
limits
did.
and you and all the rules apply to that Congress pass apply to Congress
Mhm.
and you have term limits, I think you get a much better
I thought we
Um,
did. Am I wrong, you
you
guys?
get a much better result.
Just
but-
because Trump broke it.
It's not going to happen. They're not going to pass.
And they
those
shouldn't be
bills.
able to take money from special interest
Oh
groups.
no, they should not at all. Not at all. No, it should be vastly. The amount of money you can take should be vastly limited.
The whole
But
system needs to be rebuilt.
minor.
Yeah, from the ground up. So I guess Trump was like, I'm gonna snatch this extra time in office. You know what I'm trying to say? He just bogarted. He didn't care what anybody had to say. He said he ain't leaving. He's
It
not
has to
leaving.
be.
It's not going to happen.
You can't have a president. You can't have a president running for power to run the country, being funded in the tunes of hundreds of billions of dollars by a foreign fucking country. I mean, that's just complete.
Well,
you
that's the
completely lost
Illuminati.
the
They're
plot
they're
when
all
that's
in
what's
cahoots
going on.
together.
You're not a country. I'm sorry, but you're not
You
a fucking
know,
country when that's
This
what's
is
happening.
New World Order.
But
All
I
the
don't know how to fix it.
kings,
A few months ago, I realized I was actually
You
going
know,
through an entire
they're in
can of
conjunction with each other from all across the world, and that's how it is. Because they, I guess they're saying like, why is Trump doing things with the Middle East? Because this is what they do all across the world. It's been like that, right?
nicotine pouches in 1 week. My sleep started to get worse. My
let
recovery
me
started to
fast
happen
forward.
slower, and I just started to get this back. 15%.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Any good guests recently?
I had a guest on. This is kind of.
And I'm gonna show you guys.
So people are, this. How many?
I'm gonna be cutting in and out because I have more. They're just making small talk. Although it is gonna get serious, but it's like I have to cut through the video to show you guys. So what I'm also gonna do is show you guys my video that I had made too. I don't know how long ago I made it, but we're all on the same page with the MK Ultra thing and the Manchurian Candidate thing. They're going to get into it, trust me. But without further ado, let me just go to that so you guys can be engaged. It look like y'all not engaged. But I'll give you something to be engaged about, okay?
Productions. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm on YouTube. #Morona Prophecy. Now let's get into it.
It all coincides together is what I'm trying to say. All right? You guys see the title? This is quiet down. Everybody, listen up. I want you to recognize MK Ultra when it is being discussed and or talked about and or described. A lot of people don't know the lingo, the symbolism, or the explanations of MK Ultra.
I did the Grinch. Literally, the makeup was like being buried alive every day. And then Brian Grazer came in, and being the Fix-It Man, and came up with a brilliant idea, which was to hire a gentleman who is trained to teach CIA operatives how to endure torture. If you're freaking out and you start to spiral downward, turn the television on, change a pattern, have someone you know come up and smack you in the head, punch yourself in the leg, or smoke as much as you possibly can. So I was this bridge sitting. And this giant cigarette holder, so the yak hair wouldn't go on fire. It was horrifying. It was horrifying. I was just like, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
Buried alive. Felt like torture, huh?
Yeah. See? A lot of you guys don't know that celebrities, they're our entertainment and things of this nature. You don't know what they go through. And or you don't realize what they really give up. Yeah, we've heard the thing. Oh, they give up their souls. Yeah. But now you see what a soul is made of. That is the thing. And they obligate themselves to the beast system. And the beast system really controls people. And now you see that this stuff is coming to fruition. The things that we have rumored about, conspiracy conspired about, you see that these things are coming to pass, that these things were true all along. Like these things that Kanye said we were lied to. Yes, we were. And they are true. And these are the example. The puppets of the world, the puppet of the industry, the people who have elected themselves for what? For it to be famous, to be rich, for money. They have elected themselves over to be tortured. As you see now, let's get into it. And what I'm talking about today, I don't want to have a focus on the celebrities and the stars today because it's not about them. It's about us. It's about the secular. It's about the church. It is about the people in the world, the worldly people, and how these things that are up front, up at top, get trickled down to us as a people, because no one is exempt from the poverty to the low class to the middle class. Is there even a low class or a middle class anymore? And or the rich. But we all feel it. And this is how we feel it. We feel it in these type of ways. Now let's reiterate. In the first clip, Jim Carrey was talking about a scene, well, not even a scene, but a movie he did. We all saw that movie, The Grinch. However, but making the movie, he was telling you about what he had to go through, what he had to endure, that it was so bad, it was so adverse, that he felt he was being tortured and buried alive. And I want you to know something that you didn't know too. Okay, we've heard the rumor and or the conspiracy theory that stars and celebrities are ran by the CIA, the deep state. They have a hand, okay? They have a hand in, owning these celebrities. Now, you may not be able to, but I can. I can count celebrities on my hand right now. There's been rumors out that I know that you've heard too, that they said, these people are compromised. Oh, these people work for the CIA, whether it's in the rapping industry, the rappers, or whether it's, different kinds of genres of music. Oh, this person's a Fed. This person is a CIA agent. This person is, what do you call it? Undercover, a snitch for the feds, the CIA. Okay, what in the entertainment industry though? And we would throw a side eye, but it is factual. We're gonna keep it 100% allegedly, but here you heard what Jim Carrey said.
Now it's fact.
A CIA operative. You know what a CIA operative is? Okay, a CIA operative are intelligence officers within the Central Intelligence Agency's Directorate of Operations, responsible for gathering human intelligence abroad, often undercover. Undercover, folks, you hear it? Okay, actor, undercovers, okay? These individuals are known as case officers. They recruit and handle foreign agents to collab or collect information vital to the U.S. national security. Okay. Operatives include both standard cases officers and specialized personnel in groups like the Special Activities Center, CAC, SAC, which handles covert and paramilitary operations. And there are groups and branches off in this thing, okay, such as the Navy SEALs, the Delta Force, the elite military units, and on and on and on. Now, don't lose focus. I'm going somewhere here, okay? The CIA tactics, the CIA operatives that teach people these military tactics, and or they produce drugs, make drugs, and they push these drugs out on the society. This is the thing that I'm getting at. Not only drugs, but everything else that they push out to the society, and we cling to them, and we don't know where they come from. Or we think that our culture and things of this nature are naturally made, or it is just a sign of the times, when all actuality, it was manufactured for these signs of this time today, the society in which we live in, the plagues of the masses today, okay? Now, let's talk about the man-made drugs that the CIA and the deep state, or the powers that be, that these people use to make people do things that they wouldn't normally do, or make them not do things. Or did that make sense? To do things and to not to do things, okay? To lay you out, to put you out while they do things to you. All right, so this is just a ghetto case, right? Now, this is a case of K2. This is a street drug, right? Okay, obviously this guy wanted to fly someplace very high up out of the jail cell spiritually, right? And he got just what he wanted. Viewers' discretion advised, but at the same time, who made this drug? Who concocted this to do this? Now, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content like this at Marona Prophecy 597. Now, we're staying into it. Now, this is hard to watch, but who is making him do this?
A mild electrical current applied to the surface of the brain causes a patient to have a memory from his own past sometimes. One specific recollection.
There's times when you see a demon-possessed person that is literally jolting around, can't control their senses, screaming, yelling, slamming on their face, doing things that are just completely something that you would never do to yourself unless you really just wanted to hurt yourself in a bad way. And now I think this kind of explains the idea that, there may be an entity who walked in them that's having trouble controlling the car. He's having trouble driving. They're sending electricity these parts and that parts. And this is when this manifestation takes place.
I want you to watch very close. There's something jerking him and pulling him from side to side, and everything up and down, busting his head, everything. What the hell are you guys doing? Let's take a deep depth into what is going on here. People can't even analyze before their eyes what is going on. Apparently, this man was a great host for the deity, for the lower ones, for the demons, because as you can see, he is high voltage. He is on high. And this demon doesn't even know how to drive the car, doesn't even know how to act within the host, because this host body, his temple, is just so full of it. He's open.
wide open. Yes, the door is open. I mean, this drug made a portal to go to the next realm within this man's temple. It's a lot. Now I gotta bring you here, fast forward a little bit, and then listen to what K2 is and how it is made and what it is made for, and that it's not even edible for the body. And this is how this coincides with these demons in this open portal. This is more than a gateway drug. This is an open portal to the next dimension, to these foreign entities, aliens, demons. Yes, demons. Now, that was just the drug aspect of what the CIA uses to make a person go into submission. And we use this for war, you guys, but the whole thing is the things of war, they're using it on us as well. And so this is New World Order. I'll be back. Oh, and back to the chemistry part, to the alchemist part. Of course, we have people, our scientists, that are in these type of branches, these sects off into the hidden secret society, and we deal with all of these high level things. And that's how this all coincides together. I just happen to be on the CIA today. The president has a direct and significant relationship with the CIA, as the agent falls under the executive branch and serves as a primary source of national security information for the president and other senior policymakers. All right. God bless you. Jesus loves you.
Okay, so hold on. I just played that while the guys were getting ready. I have to figure out where I need to fast forward it to give you guys the action. So bear with me. That was my video on my MK Ultra that I was explaining. Not me personally. I'm talking about my video. Okay, you guys. Here we go. Let's see. So back to the fellas. Let me try to get to the nitty gritty.
How many emails and Instagram messages do you get a day that you got to have so and so on? You got
Hold
to have
on.
so and so on. You know, alive with a guy, a retired FBI agent. A message. Idea.
If you're struggling with depression and not feeling the comfort and peace that you need, I invite you to meet with missionaries like me from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Let it go.
We can help
Pass.
you lift your burdens through the gospel of Jesus
All
Christ.
right, here we go.
Which has a message of love, hope, and comfort for you.
Have to
His
cut
daughter.
it out.
Wow.
But they didn't get
Some
married.
chic.
Everybody.
It was a chic, right?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I
you
don't
told me that.
even know if I've seen her. I don't think I ever even looked her up. But people are telling me so I left several messages for him on Instagram. He's got an Instagram, and I left several messages, no response. And then I was doing a live with a guy, a retired FBI agent that comes and does a show probably once a month. His name's Tom Simon. So Tom's there, and we're doing a live. And while we're doing the live, guys are saying, "Hey, you need to have this guest." And somebody said Jeremy Meeks, and I said, "Listen, this is the problem with you guys." I said, "You guys are constantly telling me who I need to have, but you're not giving me the information. Like I've reached out to these people. I've reached out to Jeremy Meeks. If you know how to get in touch with them, let me know." I even sent his agent an email. I mean, I've done everything I can. I'm like, I can't get the guy. And so I said, I'd love to interview him. Plus, he doesn't do interviews. I mean, there's one interview, an hour-long interview with some woman that I later found out that was a friend of his, who his wife started a podcast and asked him if he'd be interviewed. And he said, "I don't do interviews, but because this guy," he said, "he's done so much for me," he said, "I couldn't say no." So I did the interview. That was 4 or 5 years ago. And so I said, "Yeah, I don't know how to get in touch with the guy. If anybody does, I mean, let me know." Jeremy Meeks' ex-wife is watching the podcast. She immediately calls him and says, "I watch this guy's podcast. I watch all of his videos. He's great. He wants to interview you. You have to get in touch with him. He's been leaving messages for you on Instagram." He went and checked. He said, "Man, I never check it." He said, "I never checked Instagram." So he checked. He sent me an email back or a message back and said, "Ben, I understand you want to interview me." So 2 weeks later, he's on a plane. We fly him in, and that thing got probably close to 500,000 views, maybe more. I didn't think interviewing him. Here's the problem: because he's such a good-looking guy, I thought no homo.
You were distracted.
That's what you said about Andy Bustamante.
Yeah, I was just there. I lost myself in his eyes. No, because he's a good-looking guy, I kept thinking it was going to be a funny interview where I was going to be able to joke about pretty privilege and all these things, right? Fucking dark, bro. Just a dark, horrible childhood. Gangs, stabbings, shootings, in and out of prison, just straight, just one violence and robberies and just depressed. Not depressing, but I don't like the gang member stuff bothers me. I just always feel like you're growing up in those communities. It's so depressing.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get out? You have no money. You're trapped in that environment. Everybody around you wants you to be a part of the environment. It's very difficult to get out as a young kid. And of course he didn't. He got sucked into it and he's in and out of it. So, but anyway, the viral mugshot, when he gets into that, it got a lot better, but it's still, he's in and out of, even when he got money, even when he started getting a bunch of money, he got jobs, he meets this chick, he's making bank, he's doing all these huge shows, he's still in and out of drug. His problem is it's not, the violence and the gang life. Now
the environment.
He's got money and he has access to drugs. So now he's in and out of drug rehab.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking tragedy. Like,
now
he seems perfectly fine now. In the last probably 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years, his life seems like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
But it was up until then. It was a horrible. But everyone loves they loved that video. It did great. I had another one with I interviewed a guy. The story's not amazing, but it was Grady Judd.
Oh,
He'd been arrested by Grady Judd.
Oh, I thought you had Grady Judd.
No. This guy got arrested by Grady Judd. Grady did a press conference on him. He comes on the show, explains that they arrested him. He didn't do anything wrong. He goes on and on and on. And even when he's talking to me, before he came, I asked him, "You told your lawyer you're coming, right?" He's like, "Yeah, my lawyer. I told him. He told me what I could say, what I couldn't say. No problem."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay, cool." He comes on. He talks. 4 or 5 days after it airs, Grady Judd rearrests him. Apparently, he said something on the podcast that got him a second charge. He got rearrested, thrown back in jail.
Oh, Jesus. That's fucking crazy.
Loose mouth.
So
No.
The people you talk to, Matt Cox.
It's great. It's great.
A pulse and a plane ticket you can get on Matt Cox's podcast.
The bar is low. Listen, these are. We've had some great.
Hey,
Let me
whatever
see where he
happened with
gets
the Emperor?
into
You
it
talked
at.
to him at all
Let me
lately?
see. I want to get to the
So
nitty and
there
gritty.
was,
For people who don't know, for all the new folks,
Frank Amadeo.
Let's see.
Of course, and they told me.
So you clicked on this video because you want to.
Sorry about the commercial. Hold on. Let's see. Let's let it run. It's only a second. Here we go. All right. Over.
Things, and now they're saying that it's not enough, and they're not going to reduce my sentence. And first time I talked to him. So there's a guy named Turk that brought me over there. His real name is Shannon Siegel. So Shannon's standing there, Turk's standing there. 2 of his assistants are standing there, and I explained the whole thing. And I say, and now they're telling my lawyer that what I did was not enough, and they're not going to reduce my sentence. And Frank went, "See, this is the problem with this government. I'm not going to let this happen." He said, he goes, I won't stand for this. He goes, when my troops,
God bless you. Thank you.
legions,
Hey,
when my
Stitchy,
legions march on Washington, I will burn the Constitution and the president will kneel at my feet. And I'm
God
sitting there
bless you.
looking
Welcome in,
around at the other guys, and they're all, and Turk, my buddy Turk, he puts his hand out like this, like just like, low, like, low, like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I kind of like look at him, and then Frank goes, he's standing there and he goes, "Okay, I'm going to need a copy of your transcripts. Turk, I'm going to need you to get me an application for a 2255. Jimmy, I'm going to need you to get me Mr. Cox's docket sheet. I'm also going to need your," and he just started naming off, and these guys immediately are like, "Okay, Frank, yeah, okay, and the what? Okay, I got it. What else? Okay. And I mean, everybody. And then he turns around and he said, "Don't worry, I'll see you on Tuesday. because he would meet everybody like Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
He'd go, I'll see you Tuesday night out at Stonehenge. Stonehenge was the area we would meet at. It was like just an area of the prison we called Stonehenge because it had a bunch of concrete benches in a circle.
Right.
I'll meet you out at Stonehenge after chow on Tuesday. Bring all of the documents. And then he walks off. And I remember looking at Turk, and everybody scurried. Everybody scurried off.
God
And
bless
Turk goes,
you.
okay, we're good. And so he and I are walking out, and I looked at him, and I remember thinking, I'm going to do every fucking day of my sentence. That man is crazy. A year later, I got 7 years knocked off. A year after that, he filed more additional stuff, probably, I'd say a year and a half after that. I got another 5
The
years.
question is, what did you have to do for him?
I didn't do anything for him. He's just doing it to cause problems for the government. I never paid him. I did write a book. I wrote a synopsis of his story. And I believe he liked that. He was definitely, you know, I sat down, I said, Frank, I would love to, after I got to, you get to know somebody when they're doing your legal work, right? Especially if you're in prison.
Right.
And so I did explain to him, I really wanted to write his story. And he was like, well, you know, I understand that you do quite a bit of writing. And I was like, I do. You know, he's so fucking silly, right? I'm like, we're in prison. It's like a fucking, it's like we're having a meeting with your lawyer. He's interviewing me. Well, I understand that you're doing quite a bit of writing, and I understand that you've got some guys in Rolling Stone magazines, and I understand you're having quite a bit of success. And I'm like, right. And he said, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I think that would be good. I think it's finally, I think it's time. I think it's time to put, I was like, okay.
That is so funny.
I order all of his stuff. He had a ton of his own, obviously he has his own legal work. So I was able to read a bunch of his stuff, and I started writing his story. I wrote a really large synopsis of his story, probably 14,000 words. And when ultimately I got out of prison, I turned it into probably a 40,000 word book, not a huge book. I interviewed Andrew Bustamante about.
That was about his book.
Yeah, that was Frank.
That's how you met Andrew.
That's how I met Andrew and begged you to have him on the program.
Yeah, for years.
For a while. And you were, and every time I said, yeah, what about the CIA guy? Who is that again? And now this guy's taken. Now I don't think you can get Andrew on the program. He's blown up so big.
I can't even get Andrew to answer a text from me anymore.
I'm telling you, bro. He's like,
he's selling books. He's on Piers Morgan every day.
Danny Jones. That sounds
rings
so
a bell.
familiar.
It'll come to me. And then I had to pull some strings to get him on your show.
Oh yeah.
You finally got him on your show.
Yeah. He blocked me.
He's the most hated. He blocked you?
Yeah. Remember, he blocked me because I kept sending him Christmas music during December. And he's like, what is this? I'm blocking this guy.
Steve,
he didn't even know who I am.
Photo?
No, I couldn't find it.
Find the photo
of what?
Of Frank and George Bush.
No. I have
It's not online.
So it was online. One of my projects. I did have my website on. Oh gosh, it was fuck, I forget. It's one of the website designs, right? And I recently took it and put it on another web. I redesigned it, so it's in some. My magazine is called Inside True Crime or it's called insidetruecrime.com, right? And so I took his story off of the WordPress. I had it on a WordPress website. I took it down and I put it on my new website, and I haven't uploaded all the pictures. But I do have the photograph. You know what I've been doing? Because a lot of photographs are grainy and fucked up. Like, I'll drop it in ChatGPT and say, hey, clean this up for me. Bro, it cleans them up so good.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If it's good enough, it cleans them up so well.
He's dropping gems.
And so I've been going through, and that takes time.
How many of y'all knew that? I didn't know
I
that.
have 30 photos of Frank that go through his whole synopsis that's online. Now I have the book.
Yeah.
I don't have any photos in the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I'd tell you to go to the website and pull it up, but you can't.
Let's talk about the most underrated organ in your body.
Right.
The liver. It's doing 500 plus functions a day, from energy to digestion to fat. Whatever you want to control deep view. It's time to do the chat. The fucking AI stuff is just getting out of control, dude. Everybody uses it for everything.
Yeah, I do. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm completely relying on it. Matter of fact, if I write a story now,
reading AI today.
I just tell chat and it writes it all out for me, and then I just kind of go through and I reword things and write this, and I'll add a paragraph here.
You use Chat GPT?
Yeah, I also have Grok. I haven't really been using Grok. I just got it like a week ago.
Or a formal letter.
You know, it's really not. And honestly, sometimes it's great and sometimes it's horrible.
Did you see the story about there was a bunch of, I think it was maybe Anthropic, where they did a test with it where they
I was
wanted to
actually-
see what the
I
chat.
was. It is so ironic. This video, even though it's long and drawn out, it's only because they're podcasting, so I have to know the difference, right? Mine is a video, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I was reading up on AI today. Like I was just really looking into things, and I'm like, wow. Like they show you how they help. They show you what they do. It's different forms, and mainly for like the business entities, just what they can bring to the table to help excel your business and or whatever platform or whatever you have, like to for you to generate your maximize your whatever. Okay, so yeah, it's just ironic that I was reading up on that today because I wanted to, because you see a lot of commercials now, ads. Oh, you need the class. Oh, don't get left behind. Okay, well we already know the computers is moving fast, and yeah, but okay, I guess everybody got to know AI. I thought we knew AI. I mean, what else more is there to it except what they're doing using it for in the businesses? All right.
The chatbot wowould do if it was like really, really put up against a wall, like they really put it up against the ropes, right?
What was that?
And the outcome of the test that they did was that the chatbot had the freedom to make a choice to get a certain task done. And
yes,
you'd have to look this up to find the story, Steve. But and what it ended up doing was blackmailing all the top executives of the actual AI company to get it done. And when they asked it after that was over, it said, and it scrubbed emails of every single executive trying to find any hints of people cheating on their wives or any sort of like fraud or any kind of sketchy stuff. And it did it. And it was like they asked it afterwards, after the test was over. They said, why did you choose to do this? They go, well, we had to weigh the ethical and moral choice of conducting blackmail against getting this task completed. And we decided that the stats weighed in the favor of going ahead and committing the immoral act to get the job done. We thought it was more effective. It was the most effective way to get the job done.
I agree. Probably that would be my move. Like, listen, I got to get this done.
I think they did this with a bunch of different chatbots, and I think every single one of them ended up doing it.
Wow.
AI system resorts to blackmail if told it would be removed. Okay, so it was self-preservation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Oh
okay,
my
so
God.
you have to complete the task or you will be removed. And it said, okay, well, I'm going to do it no matter what.
Look, this reminds. Well, ain't this what the elites do? Okay, who learned it first, the computer or the powers that be, or I don't know. This thing is just going backwards and forwards and all around, right? So, but remember the movie that they had back in the day, you all. I was thinking about this movie too for a long time. What was that movie when all the trucks came alive? Like the what do you call them? The diesel trucks or the six wheelers or whatever. The on the highway that those trucks. Remember that movie? What was that movie called? But remember back in the day, look how the powers that be was already telling us back then. Think about that now. You can say that movie is like nostalgia. But just think how AI, I mean, they're saying computers are taking over, right? And then pretty soon, okay, so AI is going to blackmail if you choose to shut them down. Okay, so that's like the computer or the system, the beast system coming alive, right? And going against the human being that created it. Are you guys listening? I forgot that movie with them diesel trucks, but they came alive and then they came against the people. And remember, they was on the highway and them trucks they had them funny clown faces, mean clown faces on them trucks, but them diesels was coming in there to terrorize and to kill, take out the people. Okay, let's continue.
It's got to get done.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can you scroll, Steve? Artificial intelligence firm Anthropic says testing of its new system revealed it is sometimes willing to pursue extremely harmful actions, such as attempting blackmail, to blackmail engineers who say they will remove it. The firm launched Claude Opus 4 on Thursday,
I'm gonna
saying
think
it
of
set
that
a new
movie.
standard for coding, advanced reasoning, and AI agents. But in an accompanying report, it also acknowledged the AI model was capable of extreme actions if it thought its self-preservation was threatened. Such responses were rare and difficult to elicit.
A machine?
Elicit, yeah. It wrote,
You see
but
what I'm trying
were
to say?
nonetheless more common
Like the
than
machine
in
has
earlier
feelings.
models. Potentially troubling behavior by AI models is not restricted to
Or
a
does
profit.
it have people's
Some experts have warned
consciousness
that potential to
imputed
manipulate
into it?
users is a key risk posed by systems made by
Think
all
about it.
firms, and as they become more and more capable.
Right.
There's another article.
And then look
right
what
here.
they doing
A few
to
months
us
later.
humans already, you know,
When was this published?
This is in
That's
with
way
the
earlier.
transfer
That's older.
2025.
of
Other one.
consciousness,
May?
spirits,
May.
you
Oh,
know.
that's 2025. Okay.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
That's over a year ago.
CERN.
Go back. Go. No.
So
Go,
it's
go,
gotten even
go,
worse now.
Go to the other one.
Now its go-to move is just to
Conjuring
launch
up
the
stuff.
Keep going down.
launch the missiles. Just gonna launch the nukes.
Yeah.
Opening up
Keep going.
portals.
Keep going. Show us where it gives us some results here.
That's the end of the article. I do
Go-
have a
we're gonna-
synopsis of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so when prompted to consider long-term consequences of his actions, the AI resorted to blackmail in up to 84% of the test
Is
cases.
y'all listening?
It threatened to reveal the engineer's affair with colleagues and the board, unless the system wipe was canceled. So it was a simulation where they threatened to wipe the system and wipe it off, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all
So the
see that?
AI
This the
was,
sign of the
was
time.
cast as an
This is
email
now.
oversight agent with the
This is
ability
now.
to send emails as the primary goal
They're
of the
already
American
doing it.
competitiveness or providing beneficial assistance.
Where you think
So
P.
this
Diddy
thing
and
can
them
read
got
your
that
emails, can
blackmail
send
and all
emails,
that?
can
Clive
analyze
Davis and all them and
emails, do all
Lior
this
and
stuff.
all of them. All of them.
Ooh. Yeah, this AI arms race is
I
scary.
can't name them out, but they all guilty.
Well, we're not gonna figure it out.
We're not?
No. Hey, I have a question. Do you remember when we did the
P.
Garth
Diddy
Brooks
never
thing?
turned the
Yes.
camera off.
And
Remember?
you know, you took
Blackmail.
a 50-minute clip and put it on
He
your clip
could.
channel. It got like 1.2 million views. Do you remember?
He wasn't
That
allowed
was
to.
so we have a best of channel.
Oh, okay.
That does like an hour version of each podcast. It condenses it to 1 hour. Yeah, and that one got millions of views.
Unbelievable.
And all the clips that we did got, and that
just 14 or 19.
is there any? So like all of his tour locations that he went to, there was like multiple people missing from that exact location.
Yeah, not all of them. But let's say this guy is toured.
Like our acquaintances with him,
Right.
like, bro, is this fucking for real? Like they thought it was legit.
People are doing that in the comments. I mean, 80% of people are, and I'm thinking, you have to know this is satire. Like, we were joking the whole, like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
And they just,
It is
people,
so crazy how you can manipulate a story to make it sound so real.
right, it's, well, you know, it's confirmation bias, right?
It's
Like, you could do that
confirmation
with
bias.
anybody.
Yeah.
I could-
Exactly.
You know, so especially
So
someone
explain
who
the
travels.
story. So like all of his tour locations that he went to, there was like multiple people missing from that exact location.
Yeah, not all of them. But let's say this guy is toured. God, we're talking. Listen, this guy has a tour schedule that's insane. Let's say he's done
Because they work you to death.
1,000 tour,
That's
or
why.
1,000 tour dates, 1,000 different concerts. Like real.
Yeah, because Satan works you to death. Rain, sleet, snow, schizo, like Amanda Bynes, they work you to death. You got HIV, AIDS, anything. They work you to death, okay?
It's more like probably 2,000, right? It's just insane. He's been touring forever. He did went on a hiatus for about 10 years, but
The beast
since
system.
the 80s, this guy has been going strong.
Yeah.
And so
He got to.
what I did was based on Tom Segura's joke that Garth Brooks is a serial killer. I ended up taking, first of all, it took a week or two just to lay out all of the tour dates because there's no one place. People will tell you, oh, it's on Wikipedia. No, it's not. There's all kinds of gaps in there. So we took all the tour dates. I hired two researchers to go in every one of those locations. So if he does a tour on the 2nd, he probably arrived there on the 1st and he's leaving the next day. So usually he'll come in he'll come in a day or two early and then leave a day or two after. And usually does 2 or 3 days of concerts. Doesn't do one and leave typically. So we would focus on the day before and the day after the series of concerts that he would do over the course of a day or two. And we would check that 5-day period of time to see if anybody in that general area, let's say within a 45-minute drive time, anybody had shown up missing, not shown up, gone missing, or there was an unsolved homicide.
Okay, and don't forget these stars and celebrities too, folks. They got handlers, okay? So they got somebody directing them, somebody they got to answer to, all of that. Especially the bigger you get and the more lucrative you become. I just wanted to say that.
We then pulled those records, and if there were witnesses that had seen someone that let's say it was somebody, it was a whatever, it was a carjacking, and it was a black guy with dreads, right? Or it was a guy with tattoos on his face, then you exclude that. But if it was like, no, this person drove somewhere and they got gas and then their car was found at the gas station the following day in the parking lot and nobody knows what happened, the person's gone, they can't find the body or anything, or maybe they find the body whatever 150 miles away in a park or something, then we would say that may be a possible victim of Garth Brooks. And that's really kind of what it is. It's just proximity, and it's silliness, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, there's potentially this guy was 15 minutes.
You could do the same thing, get the same results with Taylor Swift if you wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She may be a monster. We may need to do that.
She might be. We might need to do that.
Absolutely.
But above all else, they set these things up like that.
120
folks,
unsolved homicides over the course of 20 years. And then you have about 90 missing persons. So you take those 200, and out of those, let's say there's 10 of them that the proximity to Garth was very close. I mean, we're talking about like across the street from the stadium. Like we're talking about like the parking lot across the street from the stadium while Garth was at the stadium.
Right.
And so, or there's all kinds of little things that we were able to really play up. Yeah. Right, you're really able to. So they would say there's 10 different events that we would play up really good. Some of them are so good that you're like that's uncanny. Like this almost has me believing that Garth may be involved. Like this is so.
Yeah, because they orchestrate things to make things look like this, folks. So when people do get out of line, or when people don't comply, or when just your number is up, or when you're just a casualty, whatever they want to deem you as, once they have you in their grips, you will be used and abused. This is the secret society. This is the CIA. They have all things to do with that. And the politicians, just everybody in high power that has enough, not fame, but status and networking ability, and also money. Because these people are slaves, folks. That's the whole thing. These people are up for sale. So they use them and they abuse them in any way, shape, fashion, or form. You won't know. This is why all the underground tunnels and stuff like this is just now being discovered, and what's going on. They say they've been on another planet, y'all, for a long time, Mars. Like, I mean, it's just all type of stuff that you can bring up. If you really think hard and really take a good look, you be like, yeah. Like, they set this up. It's too perfect. This is what they specialize in. Training. Okay, USA, we run the world. We have to be the top of the top of the dirt, of the dirt, of the demon, of the demon. We got to be. So we are.
Amazing that how close this is. Listen, they have one of them where literally where the woman goes, the girl, I should say girl, she was a college student, so she's like 19 or 20. She stops at a rest stop. People at the rest stop see her talking with a guy that they said was associated with a group of trucks, big rigs, right?
Now,
And
wasn't
said
I
she's
just
talking to this
talking
guy.
about that?
We don't know if he's somehow or another, he
The
was
movie,
a part of
though?
this convoy,
I mean,
let's say. And she goes
what?
missing. They find the car the next day, and people say, when they describe what the guy looks like, they're like, he was about 5'10", 5'11". He had brown hair, probably in his early 30s. I mean, it was Garth Brooks. At that time, it was Garth Brooks. Like, it looks like Garth. They describe Garth Brooks.
Wow.
And she disappears. Now that
And don't forget, they got the clones out too, y'all. The C-loans. I'm gonna say C-loan, okay, for code. And let me tell you why. Well, we already know, right? And look, one day I was watching some videos, on the YouTube streets, and they had accused Mike Tyson of being somewhere across the states, way someplace far, y'all. They said he had attacked some lady, or attempted to grape her. Like, they said it on TV, y'all, on the news. Look. And then they showed Mike Tyson's face, and he was getting into like a vehicle, right? Because they was like on the streets reporting, following him, asking him the story. And his face was demonic. He like growled at the thing and then got in the vehicle, and then the news, it went off, right? But look, I'm not even done yet. Look, why they also in this same clip of this is the news, y'all. This is fake news or whatever, right? The news we watch, right? The television. So why it's scanned to on the news, they were like, yeah, we asked Mike Tyson, was that him or some. Like, they called him from somewhere. They called him up. Now, one Mike Tyson just got into the vehicle. Are you guys following me? Then apparently they called another Mike Tyson up way across the states somewhere, and he was mad. He said that was not him. He said that was not him, and that was the statement he gave, and that was it. So it's running around here. We already know what we're in for. We already know what the Bible say. This is the last days, and I'm sorry I'm stuttering, y'all. It's really really late, but still, this is what they're doing. They are showing us on the stage, and they're using Hollywood is such a big thing because things can act. You get what I'm saying? Things can portray. Things can be a delusion. Things can be theatrics. Things can be dark arts. Things can be not what they seem.
appearance was along his tour route. Now, was that his convoy of trucks that stopped and grabbed her? We, of course, allude that it is. And then her body is found 2 states away a week later along another route that they would have traveled. So, but keep in mind, we've got hundreds of these. Like, it's a coincidence, but we...
So do you guys think Garth Brooks is a real serial killer? And if so, do you think he is a product of the MK Ultra? Do you think he is a Manchurian candidate? Okay, and if he is a real serial killer, and I'm sorry I'm tongue-tied, and I just came back from the dentist 3 days ago, bless me, got a tooth pulled out, so I'm still trying to talk again. But back to Garth Brooks. And if he is, they did that to him. They created him into what he is, or they say that he is, because this is just nothing but a military experiment. And like I say, the military is connected to the CIA. Let's continue.
It up. Like, it's like, this is absolute, like, oh my gosh. Like, and we do this whole, and we got, like I said, there's probably 10 of them that are really good.
Mhm.
And if you read up on the CIA specialize in this types of things. That's what's so crazy about it. They specialize in these tactics and these disguises. They specialize in that because it's special ops.
Use. But you could do this with, like you said, Taylor Swift. It could be any country music star out there. We could say that this is anybody.
And you
that
wrote a
travels.
whole book on this, right?
Yeah, I wrote a whole book, and it's tons of fun. And we had and every time I've done an episode on it, they're getting 500,000, 1 million, and so
it's not impossible that he is a serial killer.
It's not. He's a
Right,
monster.
it's not.
That's what it is.
Because look, he is very strange.
He's an odd guy.
He's a weirdo. What was the other character that he played? The emo guy?
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines.
Yeah, Chris Gaines. He does.
Pull up Chris Gaines.
It's very strange. very strange.
What is that?
So Chris Gaines is his alter ego that he lived as let's say for a year, did tours, put out 2 albums. The
I just
backstory
want
for
to
Chris
say,
Gaines is that Chris Gaines,
who brought out alter egos? Hollywood, right? They showed it through their stars. Remember, Beyonce was the first one, I think, with an alter ego, and then it was Nicki Minaj, and then we see Orlando Brown channeling, the spirits running in up out of him, and then it just goes on and on and on, and then Jay-Z, Frank Sinatra. Okay, it goes on, folks. Hollywood is showing us.
is he's Australian rock star, punk rock star, who
they train him and make him on.
Look at that makeup.
Yeah.
Ian, is that Ian Watkins?
He did a documentary. People said when he would get into the makeup and everything, you had to address him.
I got a video.
He would talk.
Is that
with
Garth Brooks or he looks like Ian Watkins? That's Garth Brooks, isn't it?
All in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he looks like Ian Watkins. Oh,
very odd thing to do.
That is crazy.
Behave this way
or is
for
that
let's
him?
say over a year.
I don't know. It's late.
Yeah, Chris Gaines. Yeah.
Who is that?
Oh, by the way, this
Both
is what
Garth
I love. This
Brooks?
Could be.
But
wow, the character they made him into, right?
So this is Garth's own creation.
Oh, okay.
And that Garth, one of the things about Chris Gaines is one, he's
Chris
sex
Gaines?
addict.
What?
So
that's part of his character.
He looks like they look like the Lost Boys, you guys. Remember the movie?
It's a real problem.
That's how
for him
Ian
that
Watkins
he gets addicted and he slept with thousands of women. Like
the vampire movie.
This is coming out of Garth Brooks, who's a humble, all-American country music guy.
Yeah.
Created this weirdo. Oh, by the way, his also supposedly his face is scarred from a car accident. Like I don't know. I've never seen any scars. There's no scars, but that's part of the whole thing. There was this massive car
accident. Y'all listening?
And then I think he ends up killing off Chris Gaines. How does he die? I think he died. I think he kills him off at some point. Or was it his? No, I think one of his band members dies. Somebody dies in like a plane accident. Like he's got a whole.
Was this
thing.
before Garth Brooks existed, or was
no? This is in the middle. This is at the height. This is the height of his stardom. He does this. I mean, it's like, what are you doing, bro? You're at the heart of it. Listen, all the country music stars were like, I don't know what this fucker's doing.
What is that, bro? Is that just like the record label saying, okay, we need to scale this?
No, the record label wasn't interested. Like they were like, what are you doing?
This was all his idea.
Oh, it's all his idea. Listen, Joe Rogan said that this was the weirdest thing in country music history. Like
it absolutely.
Well, because they make you into that.
I would consider this guy a real country.
No,
like,
he's more pop. It's pop
he's like
rock. He
pop.
started pop rock.
Yeah, it is pop rock. Right.
Yeah, most of the country music.
And all it's showing you guys, folks, is that the music industry is ran by Satan. There's no way to cut it. There's no way to roll it out. That's what it is. Like, because you're seeing all dark, you're seeing all evil, you're seeing all blasphemy, you're seeing all abominated things. You see, and this is Satan's goal in his plan, and that is his how do you say it? Man, the music industry belongs to Satan. Let me just say it like that.
Stars can't stand him. They're like, he destroyed. He made it mainstream, which they're saying destroyed it.
Yeah, all the new country is like really corny pop country shit. It's like Backstreet Boys country music. It's terrible.
It is horrible.
I gotta pee real quick.
Nelly's into country. Don't forget.
So this is what I want to tell you about. There's a huge overlap with the CIA and the music industry.
Here we go.
And MK Ultra.
Didn't I just tell you? I just told y'all that.
So this says that it's a popular conspiracy claiming that the CIA uses mind control and trauma-based programming, which is not a conspiracy. That's out in the open. There's declassified documents saying that that's been happening, and there's people that are saying that they're still doing it. But this is connecting it to pop stars and believing that there's people in the entertainment industry and the music industry that they use these tactics to manipulate them and to puppet them and to help them influence the masses.
Okay.
And it basically says that the CIA's historic MK Ultra program, which was a real Cold War era operation used to do mind control, evolved into the hidden mechanism operating behind and inside Hollywood and the global music business. Proponents frequently analyze celebrity interviews, erratic behavior, music video aesthetics and evidence of this conditioning, often categorized under Project Monarch. This is what Kurt Metzger talks about. Look at Britney Spears. Look at all these. Look
Right,
at Diddy.
and
Look
and
at all
this
these
is
people that
and
go
this is what me, Morona Prophecy, talks about, because I've made videos like this before, and I even got the Britney Spears video, but they try to get me when I play it. You guys understand? Now I'm gonna play some more of my content. It's spot on with what these fellas, what these guys are saying. Everything that they said, I done already made a video and put out the education, allegedly. I done already put it out and I proved it. Okay, I put one video out. Now I'm gonna show y'all another one, but just listen to what they say and how spot on. Because you have to pay attention to the signs, the symbolism, the patterns, how these people move, how they dress, who they network with. You have to get deep and dirty. You just like they are, okay? But the righteous way, and find out the information.
crazy. It seems like they're controlled and they completely lose their minds from when they're indoctrinated in this stuff as a young kid.
Listen.
And they're groomed through Hollywood. This is all part of that thing. And I think it's very possible that
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings.
Let me just pause it as it goes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys.
Is it a coincidence that
in a minute? Hold on.
Garth Brooks has some weird gay emo alter ego called Chris Gaines that he randomly decided to do? No, I think this is all connected to that. I think he's probably an MK Ultra victim.
Right.
I think he's probably a Manchurian candidate.
A lot of big ones
are.
Most
likely scenario.
Kanye West is another Manchurian candidate.
People do this kind of stuff. Is this
I've
normal
been saying
behavior,
that for
Matt?
so long.
No, it's not normal behavior.
Kanye West.
He's like you said, he's a very
MK
odd guy.
Ultra.
You know what's funny?
Torture.
Is that Tom Segura? Now, keep in mind, I've been on huge podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Segura talks about the Garth Brooks thing all the time. I write the book. His producer's like, absolutely, he's going to have you on the program. Like, there's no way. Like, this is huge.
Whose producer does this?
Tom Segura's.
Talk to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
We talked several times. And he went to Tom and he pitched it, and Tom said no.
Right,
No,
because
he said,
I didn't.
Not only that,
I
we're
heard
not
about the story too, but I never did nothing on it because I'm like, okay, I already know what this is. It's another victim. Here we go again. And then sometimes I just get so disgusted. I'm just like, okay, like I know what this is. Like, and just like the David 4 or whatever the David, the black dude, the singer star, who unalived the 13-year-old, same situation. Trust me, okay? Same thing.
About the Garth Brooks thing again.
He's probably afraid to get sued.
He may be. Well,
or maybe he got threatened. Maybe he got.
This is a death cult that these people are in, folks. Okay, don't forget that being up in the industry, there's a lot of Freemasons running around. A lot of people that practice the Lima, do what thou wilt. Okay, and there's a lot of witches and warlocks and sorcerers and druids and things at the top working the powers in which is the beast system that got this thing operating. This thing is ancient. This thing ain't new. This thing is ancient, folks. It's been going on, okay? It's been going on. Our fathers, all the way back. Sororities, fraternities, okay, 1776, the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt, and then you can go back. Hollywood loves Egyptian deities, okay? Ra, Osiris, Isis, Horus, man, I can just go on. I can go on, folks, okay? This is all magic, black magic, witchcraft, and this is how you get your Hollyweird. This is what it's built on. And then they have the foundation because the fallen angels, the powers that be, the powers in the air, the fallen ones, the Nephilim, have made their foot in Hollywood, okay?
I'm thinking
that and they're working through the people.
Threatened by the whatever, the elites or the what is it, the deep state or whatever.
Right, the deep state. Sal Picks.
A lawyer letter.
I don't know. Maybe the
I mean,
CIA.
it
maybe
couldn't-
maybe CIA. Maybe.
Yeah, it could have been.
Let's
Come on,
it
sir.
could have been a record label. You know,
You're
I mean,
hot.
they kill people,
The
bro. They kill
CEOs.
people.
Never
The
know.
They probably
CEOs,
killed
I
Tupac,
told y'all
and
that.
and they definitely killed Michael
Clive
Jackson.
Davis, Quincy Jones.
You know, I was hearing that there was tons of things with Michael Jackson
Did.
before he died, where he was like threatening to expose the record label because he was trying to get the rights to his music back.
Lior.
He was fighting him with
All
that
of
stuff, and all of this stuff that they did to him was all concocted and cooked up by the record
Right.
label. to
What, the
destroy him.
the kids and everything to just
Yeah, so
destroy
they
him?
could get the rights to his stuff. I don't know how true that is,
I don't know.
but there's definitely a history of that. I mean, look at Kurt Cobain. Are you familiar with the whole Kurt Cobain story and all that stuff?
Mhm.
How he got killed?
How he killed himself?
Yeah.
How
I think
everybody
Courtney Love
gets
hired assassins
unalived,
to kill him,
okay?
right?
I know what Chris.
You don't
thought.
think you don't like
Bad.
you
That's
don't
all
think
you
so?
got to
I
know.
think he killed
Bad.
himself.
BAD.
I don't know. I'm not convinced. What do you think about the Michael Jackson thing?
I think that he.
Oh
I think
yeah,
he was
I
given.
forgot. You
There's
believe
not an official narrative.
you
that
believe
Matt
the
Cox-
official narrative.
There's
of
not an
everything.
official narrative that Matt Cox doesn't believe. That's what
And then you guys, you know what? I also want to take y'all to the spiritual side so y'all can really think and open your minds. Okay, now we're just talking about people power, right? Okay, now take it a notch, a step further. This is why these people are conjuring, doing CERN, going to space and, messing with the luminaries and, calling on the watchers and, because they're getting reinforcement. And what I'm trying to say is okay, reinforcement. If you got power and everything that you need from the supernatural, then they feel like they can defeat everything. You get what I'm trying to say? Like they feel that they can conquer man because they are working with the supernatural. So they feel like they cannot be stopped. So that's why it's so magical and so demonic and diabolical. They're using the powers of the air. And they're not ashamed. This is what they do. This is what they believe in. So they conjure up these deities. It's like demigods. They put these demons inside people, and these people are hosted by these entities, right? The Nephilim and these demons, and so they can operate through the people. They can have supernatural strength. They can have supernatural eyesight. They can have much vigor to where they can get a task done and never be tired. This is why you have the adrenochrome and things of this nature. And then you have to go. This is why also the humans, they go to different cities where not different cities, but different countries to where these other foreign practitioners are at practicing things with the human body. You see what I'm trying to say? And are doing sacrifices and making these offerings to these deities for the desires of their hearts. And that is fame, power, fortune, and to run the world. New world order. Come on.
Leave the comment in your comment section.
Right. So you believe whatever the news media will tell us.
What do you think about Karen Reed?
Who's that again?
The chick that ran over her cop boyfriend.
Oh, I'm not. Is this new?
Are you serious? This has been
Karen Reed.
Yeah, Karen Reed.
Have I had my head under a rock?
Well, I mean, it's so. What happened was, the quick version is, I only know this because we just did. Johnny Mitchell and I just did like a remote about this.
Okay.
It's because she just got found not guilty. So, and it's so funny because he was laughing when I was telling him that, no, I believe this is what I believe. He's like, oh, that's right. You believe that. You always believe the official narrative. It's not that I believe the official narrative. It's that just I feel like the evidence proved this. But what happened was, she and her boyfriend and a bunch of other people, they're all cops. Not her. She's a financial advisor, but they're all cops.
Mm-hmm.
They go out drinking. 12 o'clock, they go back to one of the cops' houses. She comes in late with the boyfriend. Like everybody else goes, and then they come in later, right? So everybody else is inside already. She pulls in the driveway. There's two different versions. One version is, she says that her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, gets out of the vehicle and goes in the house. She said, I waited about 10 minutes, And I was furious because he was supposed to go in and come right back out. I'm in the car. It's cold. It's 12 o'clock at night. I'm drunk. I'm tired. And I say,
I
fuck
want to
this.
show
And I
you
back
guys
out of
something.
she calls him several times and yells at him on the phone. It's going to voicemail. She's screaming, what are you doing? I'm out here. It's snowing, by the way. It's a blizzard.
Yeah.
So she finally gets furious. She backs out.
I'm sorry. I got to show you guys something. Because if we're going to be talking about the deep state and the powers that be and things like this, it is just that with a podcast, they're talking about everything. And it's like quite long. Hold on. Let me see what else video that is related to that. Okay. How long is that one? We saw that one. Let me see. I'm going to show y'all. Let's see. Because it was a few of them. Let me see if I could find that Britney Spears video, and then I'll show you a victim, and maybe people already knew, but I hope you knew. But and I'm gonna have to fast forward through some of this because they won't allow, you know what I'm trying to say, like the music.
And I want to thank you all. And I love you with Jesus' whole heart.
Thank
you for your patience. This is Morona Prophecy. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that likes button, and let's get into it. Come on. Subscribe. Make sure you hit that noti bell. And this is Morona Prophecy production. Jesus, I want out now, please. Jesus, please. I want out now. Jesus, I want out now, please. Please, let me out now. Get me out. I want out now.
No, you heathen. Do you remember this? And now watch it again.
God and Mammon, Luke 16:13. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Now, excuse me now. I just need you to watch everything and pay attention to everything. Listen and watch. Watch and listen. I just want to point out to you that your celebrity is not your celebrity, like I've been saying and showing from the beginning of the time. Now, this is a sad one. But however, we all love Britney Spears, and we remember Britney Spears. Now, I got some information to tell you, and you're going to accept it whether you want to or not. Now, follow me. Britney Spears is an American singer, songwriter, and dancer who rose to fame in the late 1990s with her debut album, Baby One More Time. Born in Mississippi and raised in Louisiana. Wow. Bewitched states. She became a pop music icon, achieving massive commercial success and winning numerous awards, including a Grammy. After years of public struggle and a lengthy legal conservatorship, I can't pronounce it, I chop up these words. Let's continue. Yeah, she's in a conservatorship, however you say that, but the ship is sinking, we know it. Was terminated in 2021. They said, she was in a lengthy conservatorship, but it was terminated. Yeah, right. They're holding this lady hostage.
Okay, hold on, y'all. I can't play the music. But you see it, right? And then hold on, I'm gonna fast forward it. It's just that part. But you know what's wrong with her. They done did everything to her. She's a Manchurian candidate. She's a Disney child, of course. MK Ultra out the gate. They torture you. You know, they fragment your mind. All right, so here we go.
It's a memoir, The Woman in Me. So, the woman in her or the clone in her? Let's continue. Early life and career. Born Brittany Jean Spears on December 2nd, 1981, in Mitcom, Mississippi, began singing and dancing at a young age, auditioning for the Mickey Mouse Club at age 8. So we know that this founders of the Mickey Club, or whoever or whatever, we know that this goes deep. This is part of the MK Ultra program, okay? And she's in that club. Her professional career began with an off-Broadway play and a role in the Mickey Mouse Club in the 1990s. Signed with Jive Records in 1997, releasing her breakout album Baby One More Time in 1999. In 1999,
Yeah,
turn that upside
666.
down, take minus the one, and what do you have? 666. Okay. Music and success. It became her life. She became a global pop star phenomenon with hits like Baby One More Time and Oops, I Did It Again. Has sold over 150 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling music artists of all time. And this is why they're not letting her go. She has won a Grammy Award for Toxic, along with numerous other accolades, including a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So Britney Spears is it's safe to say that she's an A-lister, definitely. Okay. Now, her personal life, she married dancer Kevin Federline in 2004, with whom she has two children, Sean Preston and Jaden James, and they divorced in 2024. Now, this controversial, oh, I said it. In 2008, a legal controversial was placed on Spears, controlling
He
many
guilty
aspects of
too.
her
He
life
know what
and
they doing to
career.
her.
Now, after her
It's not like he can do anything.
conveyorship, I said it wrong again, but anyways, after that, she released that memoir, The Woman in Me, in October 2023. Her first new music release since the end of her conservatorship, oh, I said it again, was the 2022 Elton John collaboration. It's early off for me, okay? I've just had my coffee. Hold Me Closer. So now we see cryptic videos, messages of her. 1 minute she's with her handler, okay, and she's not dating him no more. We're not gonna get too much into it. But then we see her dancing weird and strange, and hair and eyes, and it just looks like she's being held hostage. And you have to know the signs and the symbolism, right? Okay, the cheetah print. We all know that the cheetah print is well known, or the kitty prints is well known for she is a victim of SRA abuse. She is a sex kitten. We want Brittany out of that. We want her to be freed in Jesus' name. This is what happens when you have greedy parents and they trying to get them some money too, and the devil of money, mammon, comes to them and they accept and they give their children to the fire. Moloch and Baal worship. Okay, so SRA, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. SRA victim or a victim is a person who has experienced satanic ritual abuse, which is defined as severe physical, sexual, and psychological mistreatment inflicted in a ritualistic or ceremonial context, right? Okay, often associated with alleged satanic cults. Okay, okay, so this is her. And of course, we know she's a child of NK Ultra, and she can't get out. She was birthed into this, y'all. Man, okay. But anyway, the characteristics of abuse: severe violence, sometimes involving torture or mutilation. It looks like she's been tortured and mutilated. It definitely does. Her brain is definitely fragmented and shattered. But let's continue. So the sexual, well, we already know about the physical abuse. Now the sexual abuse, painful, sadistic, humiliating sexual acts which may involve a single perpetrator or multiple individuals in group settings. And I believe it's group settings for her. I believe they're just all sitting around watching her doing what they wilt or what they will, you know, is the whole law, right? Psychological abuse, intense fear induction, isolation, brainwashing, and mind control techniques to break down the victim's sense of self and reality. So if you don't know, now you know. The group dynamics is the abuse often occurs within closed, secretive groups or networks, right? Okay, what networks is she affiliated with? The perpetrators sometimes being high-ranking members of society or even family members across the generations. What did I just say?
Uh, 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 uh. Sorry, guys. I panicked. Woo. Okay, hold on. Sorry, they wouldn't let me do it, and I can't do it, folks. Hold on. Let's get through this commercial. That video ended abruptly. All right. So let me find y'all another video. So that was MK Ultra, and that was, the Mickey Mouse star, Brittany. And this is just, examples of what these fellows were talking about. You know, um, this is what they were talking about. Same thing with Garth Brooks and, many other stars and or celebrities. They are shaped and molded into who the beast system wants them to be. Okay, Keith Ledger allegedly was taken out by the Olsen twins, because they're witches. Look at the disformity in their face. Okay, when you perform black magic and you do incantations and spells and you worship the devil and you do potions and you do stuff to your body and to others and you do all these things, okay, them demons, they are hard on the body. Witchcraft is hard on the body. You begin to look like that thing that you worship. Do you understand? Okay, so this is deliverance ministry. I'm just telling y'all the truth, so let it set you free. Okay, it's the stuff they not gonna tell you, or they don't know and they're not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you hands down. It's just how it goes. So you take it or you can leave it, because yeah, I'm here to tell the truth. Okay, allegedly for YouTube. All right, so let me find y'all another one regarding this title, my commentary and their commentary too. But their video was really long and I did not have the bullets down. But I think there is some bullets in their thing, so I'm gonna hit some points. Like if you look in their description, I think they did bullet it because okay, they're smart. They use AI, like they said. No, but yeah, all right. No, I don't know if AI is involved in that. I guess a person can organize their play system themselves, right? Just take a little bit more time. So let me see. I'm scanning through here because I'm looking to see what y'all need to see. You understand? What y'all need to learn about. That's I have a Skull and Bones video, but see, here we go. When you put stuff out years ago, they wasn't really tripping like how they tripping now. So like a lot of my stuff, I have to be careful when replaying. You guys understand? So that's why I have to, it's like, man, it's hard to decide. Um, you know. And they were talking about what is his name? Mangione, Luigi Mangione. I have two videos on him also because I believe that he was the fall guy for that. So, and I guess they were saying, do the people feel like he was a CI op or a victim, and or I never thought of it like that, but I know that the powers that be was involved because it was United Healthcare. It was, healthcare. The guy assassinated, right? For stealing all the money and making our healthcare bad, allegedly. So, you got to think back, folks. You got to think about when you see current events on TV. on television what they really mean, you have to analyze and size things up once you look at them, once you listen to them. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. It's a lot of videos. That's why, y'all. It's like over 1,000 of them. Have some grace for me. No, I'm looking. I'm trying to go fast, but I gotta kind of like read, see the title, so I can know what to tell y'all. I mean, what to show you guys. So let's see. I know we're getting hotter. We're getting hotter. We're getting hotter. We're getting hotter. All right, let's see. I think maybe I should show you guys this one. Okay. I'm pretty sure I talk about the powers that be in this one too. You guys seen the Sal Pix video? Not my study, but the video. But I think it was with Trump. The attempt assassination with Trump. Let me just make sure. But I think I know what I'm talking about. I know it seems like it's taking forever, but really it's just taking seconds. It's taking minutes. Okay, so let me see. All right. Oh, see, let me see. But let me see. Okay, I gotta be careful. But let me see. If I fast forward through some of this. Hold on, guys. Because they be on you. Oh, is it on pause? Oh. Yeah, I gotta be careful. Right. You understand?
Don't forget to hit that noti bell and like, share, and
Yeah.
subscribe. Now,
Support the channel.
She was part of a team that successfully recorded part of the initiation ceremony that takes place in the tomb's courtyard.
Okay, you have the doorway here.
Yeah.
Okay, then to the right, you have a hedge, and then
Yeah.
you have an evergreen tree. If you follow that line straight back, courtyard's in there.
Okay. So that's where they have the ceremonies.
The outdoor part of it was indoor. So we only got to see the outdoor part.
Right.
We only got to and listen to the outdoor part. God only knows what went on indoors.
And what did you hear? What was it you know? You managed to get this unique.
Oh, it was
access to it.
disgusting.
Oh,
It was
thank
gross.
you.
I
Garth
mean,
Brooks.
they were
I see it.
pretending to murder
Thank you.
people.
Oh, she's just being sweet and nice. She means to say it was demonic.
What was the tone of it though? Was it jokey or was it
Vicious.
quite?
No, it wasn't jokey at all. It was sick. It's about the only way I can describe it. It was sick.
Okay, wait. Hold on, because I know they're going to get me for that. So hold on, y'all. Just read it. Just read it. Because they gon' But a lot of you guys saw this video. You know what this video is? It's the initiation. Skull and Bones, Yale, is the same fraternity that Bush went to, and many others, our president, and many other high people. And you get inducted, you get initiated into, the 223, the occult. That's what it is. Yeah. So I'm glad it's there for a long time so you guys can read it. I apologize. They won't let me play it. And it'll be over in a second for that part. Amen. Yeah. So they were in a someplace underground, but it was there, and they had some caskets, and they had to get into them. They had to perform rituals, and with the semen, the excrements, I don't know if they had to drink their pee, but they had to also ejaculate, things of this nature. They had to sleep in there, and deities were going into these people. And this is just a performance ritual. I don't know the specific name, but I'm telling you the acts and what they're doing when they're doing it. Okay. And this is for prestigious power, fame, influence, and, you know, to be a great architect and to, I guess, rule with the few. Okay, whatever their goal, and we know what their goal is New World Order, anyways. And you know the Bush family goes back, okay, and I always say they were vampires. For some reason, I get that in the spirit. I get vampires in the spirit for his bloodline. I get vampires. Now you guys read that, right? You see that? Fallen angels, the monarch part, Pope, OTO, the Knights Templar, the Rosicrucian, the Royals, the bankers, the 13 families. You understand? Okay. Okay. So you see that? Oh, I can play it now. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. I can play it for y'all now. We safe. Of this world, the god of the air for this time being Lucifer, the light bearer. So I'm gonna prove it to you. They also have branches off in the music industry. We all know that Hollywood is a big part. The politicians is another sect and or branch off within this occult, this new world order that's been here. Um, they knew this time was coming, and let me prove it to you. Okay, let's take a break. Check this clip out. Now you can't even make this stuff up. You hear what he's saying, right? He said it's all in his head. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how ancient and how these demons work through these people. And they repeat the same cycles over for centuries and centuries through people's bloodlines, through these fallen angels. Okay, they're in the occult. He's a Freemason. So my whole thing is they learn certain spells and things to say because it pays homage to the deities, and it also summons and invokes um, these deities to perfect their crafts for the deities. The deities love to be worshipped. Now, follow me. He said it's all in his head, right? Now I'm gonna show you something. Look at this. Do you see that? I'm gonna make it back all smaller and just pause the screen to take your time to read it. This stuff is ancient. This history is repeated, y'all. These people choose to serve the creature rather than the creator. They're choosing Satan, folks, because they want the riches. That's why the Lord said a rich man won't make it into heaven, okay? Because you cannot take anything material with you. The rabbit hole and or the forest goes deep, y'all. Okay. The branches are thick and they wind and wind.
Initiates are known as neophytes. Outsiders are called barbarians, and the number 322 is sacred. Alexandra Robbins is a Yale graduate who's written one of the few books to investigate the society, The Secrets of the Tomb.
According to Skull and Bones legend, in
Now listen to this.
On October 9th, 1701, Yale University was founded with the mission to prepare youth for public employment both in church and civil state. But Yale's earliest origins begin in the 1640s with a group of ministers who simply wanted to establish a theocracy in a college to educate its leaders.
Yeah, they're into a lot of
For a university with
theatrics.
such humble churchly beginnings,
They're
it's shocking then
actors.
that one of their oldest secret societies' initiation rituals historically was rumored
Hold
to
on. I gotta say this. This is why when you saw them doing the mock rituals and all of that, with them tombs and all of that, because they're into theatrics. They like to actually perform the act out. So if they're gonna kill you or slaying you some type of way, they want to literally act it out. You know, like on a stage, like, you know, this is how these people are thinking. Think back in the medieval days. Remember how they used to act and be on stage with the tights and things of that nature, you know, doing the plays, and you know that this is they're doing that
Include sharing the intimate details of one's full sexual history.
as homage to the
Shrouded in
demons. They
secrecy.
believe in this stuff.
This is everything we've dug up on Skull and Bones. Founded in 1832, Skull and Bones is the oldest of Yale's many secret societies. Historically, admission is reserved for senior Yale undergraduates. Every year in the spring, 15 new members from the junior class are offered membership on what is often called Tap Night.
And I gotta be careful, y'all. I
Custom
don't even
aptly
know if I
named,
can play
as
this.
the new member is said to be notified of their admittance
on.
when a current member ritually claps them on the shoulder.
Paying
Skull and Bones
attention now.
members are known to take an oath of secrecy, so their
You
rituals
hear
and
that?
intricacies
You hear
are
that,
highly
right?
guarded,
You hear
despite
that,
the fame
right?
of their members.
Okay, hold on, because y'all need to know. You need to recognize. Okay, in Hollywood, remember I told you patterns, right? Okay, this is why they have the hand over the eye in the shh. Okay, they can't speak the oath. Even Bush was on film talking about he ain't saying nothing. Okay, because he's sworn to secrecy. Okay, so our president is a Freemason too. They all are. Okay, I'm just telling you, it is what it is. It's a secret society. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to rewind it. Hold on so you hear that. All right.
As the new member is said to be notified of their admittance when a current member ritually claps them on the shoulder. Skull and Bones members are known to take an oath of secrecy, so their rituals and intricacies are highly guarded, despite the fame of their members. One thing we do know is the
Okay,
physical
so now you know where they get it from. Now you know where Hollywood, where it stemmed from. Now you know the origin. Now you know the root. See?
location of the Skull and Bones clubhouse and headquarters. The nearly windowless building, simply known as the Tomb, is housed in a large brownstone located at 64 High Street in New Haven, Connecticut. To preserve confidentiality, non-members are prohibited from entering. The macabre decor of the clubhouse is well suited to Skull and Bones' distinctively ghoulish spirit. The tomb is said to be adorned with skeletons, skulls, and other dark works of art. There is a popular rumor that the stolen skull of the Apache leader Geronimo is a relic that is housed within the tomb's cadaverous walls. In 2009, Geronimo's descendants attempted to sue the organization to get the skull returned to them, but
You
were
hear that?
unsuccessful.
They steal everything.
And it's a trip too, because you know our forefathers, our forefathers, or what have you, of America, they've been stealing from the indigenous
I just
from the
said
beginning of
that.
time. And it's
That's
just
me
so
though,
crazy
talking.
because here you have it.
Here, let me say it
They tried to
again.
get the skull returned to them, but were unsuccessful.
Let me stop interrupting y'all.
And it's a trip too, because you know our forefathers, our forefathers, or what have you, of America, they've been stealing from the indigenous from the beginning of time, and it's just so crazy because here you have it.
Portraits of its distinguished members line the walls of the tomb as well. Portraits that might feature such esteemed bonesmen, like former presidents George W. Bush, George H.W. Bush, and William Howard Taft, as well as the father of American football and the founder of the NCAA, Walter Camp,
Is
the
y'all
man who helped
listening?
create the Hubble telescope, Lyman Spitzer, Time magazine's founder Henry Luce, Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart, former Secretary of State and Senator John Kerry.
Is y'all listening to this? The politicians, listen. This is important. Listen.
Bush, George H.W. Bush, and William Howard Taft, as well as the father of American football and the founder of the NCAA, Walter Camp, the man who helped create the Hubble telescope, Lyman Spitzer, Time magazine's founder Henry Luce, Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart,
Supreme Court
former
Justice
Secretary of State and Senator John Kerry,
John
the
Kerry.
so-called richest man in private equity, with a personal net worth currently valued at $15.7 billion, Stephen A. Schwartzman, political journalist and author Dana Milbank, and the youngest member of President Obama's cabinet, economist Austin Goolsbee.
Okay.
They
I ain't got
wanted
to say nothing.
prestige men, prestige members, a prestige bloodline, something promising to continue for generations to generations. These are the familiar spirits. These people are also witches and warlocks and druids and alchemists, and they all work with the scientists. They need all of the what they consider a good, bright, illuminated human being, like a chain, a food chain, so it can continue. Because in their eyes, only power and money, that is considered those are the things which they consider that will survive, will surpass. Now, so much time has
But we know that's false.
passed and went by that these secret societies, no matter what they are, what sect off, or what branch they are within a organization, they're losing money because they don't have no members because they're so strict. So what they started doing is, Satan only has a certain amount of time and he's desperate. So they're letting any and everybody in now. Remember, now they got the Blue Age for the black people, and now they got the Freemasons for the women. And I think Skull and Bones has started in 1992 when they just now started letting women in. Just people that are not of the bloodline, there's ways you can get in. They're recruiting people on Facebook. I remember about a year ago, they tried to recruit, the Freemasons tried to recruit me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I put the video out. So, it's just crazy. Satan wants to
of their lifelong financial stability. And with such an affluent list of members, it's hard to find a bone to pick with such a guarantee.
But I'm not done yet. These stars are worshiping the stars, these little deities, these
gods.
All right, so let me continue. The American flag equals 13 stripes, representing the 13 original colonies. Okay, now there are 50 stars representing 50 states, the United States. Okay, now the 13 original states were New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Woo, that was a lot. It is these colonies, which are these 13 families that came together to form the United States. The original in 1776, folks, as the United States Declaration of Independence. Adam Weishaupt was founder of the Illuminati. May 1st, 1776, y'all. I mean, you can't even make this stuff. 13 years before becoming the President of the United States, George H.W. Bush served as the 11th Director of Central Intelligence, DCI.
Central Intelligence. Hold on. Did you hear that?
Director of Central Intelligence, DCI. Many believe leading the CIA would mark an end to his political career. Instead, Bush became the only U.S. president, to have previously held the position of DCI, which gave him a unique perspective on both providing and receiving intelligence. Bush joined the agency as a tumultuous time, when morale was in
You saw that, right?
After the all-time low, Bush, he believed in the mission of the agency, and he believed in the CIA officers serving their nation. As DCI, he immediately established himself as a leader who restored the morale and reputation of the CIA. Times of trouble. The 1970s came to be known as the time of troubles. For the CIA, 6 different DCIs served within a 10-year time frame. The agency was shrouded in controversy from the leak of the famed family jewels. An internal report detailing controversial activities undertaken by the agencies dating back to President Dwight Eisenhower's administration. Congressional committees led by Representative Otis Pike and Senator Frank Church were formed in early 1975 to determine the extent, if any, to which illegal, improper, or unethical activities were engaged in by an agency of the federal government. The leak of the family jewels, coupled with the investigations, tainted the public image of the CIA and plummeted the morale of agency officers. The church, the committee investigators, investigative work ultimately led to reform efforts throughout the intelligence community. However, a dark cloud now hung over the CIA. The Ford administration concluded that the agency needed a new scene of purpose and a new director who could improve relations with Congress. As a decorated naval pilot, Texas Congressman, National Chairman of the Republican National Committee, Ambassador to the UN and Special Envoy to China, George H.W. Bush, had established a reputation as a strong leader with an impressive resume. On January 30th, 1976, George H.W. Bush was sworn in Director of Central Intelligence. Bush's tenure as DCI marked a turning point for the agency as he led the CIA out of its period of darkness. He restored the focus and boosted morale, quickly connecting with CIA's workforce. Agency personnel were impressed with his friendly and outgoing persona. The new director was enthusiastic to meet CIA's officer and was always interested in hearing their new ideas and opinions.
God bless you.
I run a podcast